this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Casamando. And Casamando's question is this: how do I handle the terrible state of the world and all of the horrible things that are happening in it? And my answer to this is that the way you handle these things is by doing the best you can. And by looking for those things that you can do as an individual and doing them. And can you single-handedly stop any of the horrible things in the world? Well, no, you can't. But you'd be amazed what one person can do on occasion if they actually make an effort. So I would say, look for the things you can do and encourage other people to do the things they can do. And do those things that come to your hand to do. Do those things you are capable to do. Use your metaphysical knowledge and experience to help you. And you might be surprised just how much you can actually influence the situation. And can everything be fixed and put back as it was, so to speak? Well, the truth is, even when everything was as it was, everybody thought the world was going to hell in a handbasket anyway. But no, I don't think things can be put back as they were in terms of climate change, for example, or social stability. But that doesn't mean that good things can't be done. It doesn't mean that damage can't be addressed and perhaps repaired. It doesn't mean that the process of destruction cannot be slowed, whether we're talking about society or the world around us physically. I am a firm believer that there's always something that can be done if people are willing to do it. And so my answer to how you handle it is by not being a passive observer, but rather by doing what is available to you to do. And as to the question of what one person can do or what a group of people can do, there are a lot of people who will say, oh, it's hopeless. Nobody can do anything. It's all being controlled by the Illuminati or the Rothschilds or someone else. But that isn't really true. And if you want to see how untrue it is, look at the Christian dominionists. When I was a child, they were very much on the outside of everything. Most people believed that the day of conservative Christianity was over, and they were very much looked down upon and shut out of the corridors of power. They organized themselves, they made a plan, it was a 40-year plan, they stuck to it, they've been essentially successful with it, and they've made a huge difference to the world. In my opinion, it's a very negative difference, and I would go so far as to call them an axis of evil. But, nonetheless, they demonstrate what you can do. And when people say to me that, oh, your vote doesn't matter, I point to them. Their vote mattered. And I remember when there was a time that most of their goals were considered ridiculous and outside of the mainstream of society. And I have watched society move because they were very organized, very persistent, and very determined. So yes, you can really change things for the better or for the worse if you focus on it and you're determined and you're persistent. And I think that what we need is for more good people to adopt those policies and to stop rationalizing the idea that they can't do anything and realize just how much they really can. And my brother Edward has a saying he's very fond of, which is very true and which I have personally lived through as much as he has, and that is that everyone overestimates what they can do in a year, but they underestimate what they can do in a decade. And you have to keep after these things. You have to remain with them. It can be a grind, it can be hard, it can be a long road at times, but if you stay with your goals, you stay on your road, you'll be amazed how far you can get. So how to handle the state of the world? Well, you don't just passively handle it, you go out and you change it for the better. And I think if you do that, you'll find that you feel much better about everything, and I think you'll find there's a lot more that can be done than you realize. So those would be my thoughts on that. And once again, we've come to the end of our week. And this week we had the following questions. On Monday, our question had to do with binding yourself to another person, and it came from Sean096. And on Tuesday, our question had to do with unbinding yourself from another person, and it came from everybody. And on Wednesday, we did not have a question because, unfortunately, I was not able to do a vlog that day. But on Thursday, our question had to do with glamoring and came from Magenta. And of course, today, our question has to do with dealing with the horrible state of the world, and it comes from Casamando. So please vote for your favorite question. You can vote here in the comments section at Magic TV. You can send it to me, Reverend Don Lewis, at donlewishp@aol.com, or you can post it on the Facebook pages where the vlog appears. Let me know what your favorite question is, and that person will be the winner of the viewer's favorite question for this week. So thank you for watching the vlog for another week, and until next time, may you blessed be. Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from witchschool.com. Are you looking for the best in pagan and magical education? With more than 12,000 pages, witchschool.com is like having your own personal library with individual learning assistants to help you study. And Witchschool's Anyone, Anytime, Anywhere education system is available any place on Earth, anywhere you are and anytime you want it, as long as you have an internet connection. Witchschool's lifetime memberships are a great value. They really do last a lifetime. They've been there for years and they'll be there for years to come. So get your membership today at witchschool.com.